just curious your thoughts on how you guys were able to sort of impose your will with the run. Was it more just a physical thing, or was it moving around and getting in the right positions, or a little bit of both?
I definitely feel like it's a little bit of both. I mean, you just gotta have a will to want to go out there and just run the ball and just be dominant. And we just knew that we were going in. That's just something that we always strive to be as a dominant line and just offense, period. So that's just kind of what we practiced all week. I feel like we had great preparation going in, that we were very prepared, and I just felt like we went out there and it was just easy. We just executed. And usually when you have that good preparation, come Saturday, it's just happens.
Were y'all excited going in at the thought of more design runs instead of the RPO stuff?
I'm sorry, what was the first part?
As an offensive line, were y'all excited going into the game about more design runs instead of the option type stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't say yes or no. I mean, really, I didn't think much about it. I mean, it's more, I go out there and execute the game plan. So whatever we go through practice, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm trying to execute certain things. I mean, there's things that I know I'm good at, but then also during the week of preparation, I always want to practice on things that I'm not the best at. So I just want to focus on. There's really no time that I thought about I was excited about this or that. It's just more of like I'm excited to play. Period. Get out there and just whatever happens. It doesn't matter what the play call is. I mean, I just want to go out there and do my best and just see if I can dominate the guy in front of me.
When Florida State deferred, you knew you'd be getting the ball first. How excited were you about running that script and the halfback pass on the second play?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. I was a little nervous because, I mean, look, Travis is a good runner. I didn't know how good of a thrower he was going to be, passer, but he did really good at practice through the week, so that kind of eased it up. But, I mean, I was just excited for him because, I mean, we get to go out there and have a little bit of fun. And, I mean, it was great execution. We wanted to score within the first 3 plays, something like that, just drive down and just so our goal was to score in those first couple plays, and we just want to go out there and just have fun. And like I said earlier, I mean, we had great preparation. So when you have that good preparation, you just feel comfortable, and just coming in on Saturday just makes things easier. You're just not as stressed out, and you just play and have fun, play free.
The O-line seems to have had a problem over the last 3 games of getting a few penalties here and there. You've kind of kept your hands free of that, except for Saturday. You got your first penalty of the season.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about inside that O-line room to kind of get that all corralled in and sorted out?
Yeah, well, actually, so that actually wasn't my first. I will say that because I'm gonna be home. Almost say I did have a false start at Syracuse, one of those. So, but yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of false starts and penalties as an offensive line group, which we need to cut out. We had a few this game, but those things can really hurt you. I mean, going back to the North Carolina game, those are some big time penalties that we had that kind of hurt drives. So, I mean, the biggest thing is for our plan to win, one of the goals on there is to be the least penalized team. So when you're the least penalized team, it kind of helps you out winning the game wise. So we just got to cut those out. I mean, it's not like it's something that it can't be done. I mean, it's simple little things like it's just kind of focusing in a little bit more, not letting little outside noise kind of get in your head and kind of screwing you up. But something that we focus on each week, and I feel like we've gotten better with it. I mean, that North Carolina game, we jumped off a lot. So just kind of keep focusing on that. Don't get your mind thinking like, okay, I didn't have any false starts this week. I can kind of relax a little bit. Man. You've got to be locked in each week to prepare, and just don't let that outside noise kind of disrupt you.
One of the coaches had pointed to crowd noise in North Carolina and a few other instances where noise bothers you guys. But after being in places like Texas A&M and other venues and the noise they have there, how is it comparable to going to North Carolina and say that place affected you a little bit more than a place with 90,000 on top of you did?
I mean, I think there's a lot of different factors and scenarios, I guess you could say. So, I mean, each different stadium has their own little unique thing. So, I mean, each week I feel like for me personally, it doesn't matter where you play. I mean, it can be the little things. I mean, sometimes it's not even the crowd noise, it's the defense. Maybe they're doing something that maybe is trying to kind of mess with you a little bit here and there. But I feel like it's just not like a stadium in a way. I mean, trust me, a stadium fans can really screw up offense. I mean, if they're loud enough and things like that. But I feel like we always have preparation coming in here. We'll come in during like if we have away games, we'll always come into the indoor. Kind of have music playing that's really loud and trying to get in our heads so we can get used to it. But really, I mean, there's a lot of different factors that go into it.
What part of the game it was, but I'm looking through the glasses and I see Jackson burying some dude at the numbers 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, just burying him. Is that the most physical game you guys have played? Because it happened more than once for a number of you guys.
Yeah, I think for some guys this probably was a physical game. I mean, there's a lot of knockdowns, I think. So, I mean, I think each maybe as an offensive line, yeah, I think we played a very physical game, and that's what we wanted to do. I keep harping back to the preparation. I mean, we had a great week of practice, and not just because, I mean, we had a bad week before, 2 weeks before. It's just because that was the next game, and that's something that we need to harp on, especially since we're a young team. We can't just say like, hey, we had a bad week 2 weeks ago. Let's really have a good week now because we're pissed off that we played bad. We got to make sure that we keep focused and give our best preparation because it's the next big game. I mean, I try to tell the guys that it's a one-game season mentality. So I mean, it's that next game. Don't worry about what's in the past. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from the success and things like that. But don't get focused on too much in the future and what else is to come. Just lock into that week.
You guys are an old group at the top.
Yes.
But a very young group behind you guys. Was there ever a point during those 2 weeks where you guys just had an offensive line meeting and kind of talked among yourselves?
I mean, we always communicate to ourselves. I mean, me, John, and Tremaine are roommates, so I mean, we're always talking. So it's 3 of the 5 guys up front. And I mean, yeah, we always kind of talk, and we know whether we're the veteran group on the offense, and so we try to give information what we can. But I mean, I feel like we've got a very mature group. I mean, we got a lot of guys that have played experience as offense, and but I think we've got a lot of good leaders on all positions that really step up and just kind of show how things are meant to go.
You guys on the offensive line enjoy it when those defensive linemen come in and run the I formation?
I do, yeah, I do. It can be frustrating sometimes because those guys that have never really experienced of how to run the ball or have been on the offensive side, and trust me, I've been in their shoes because I mean I tried to transfer over, so I had no idea coming over. So I mean it can be kind of frustrating sometimes when they don't actually like you. We're out there and we're quick because we've been doing it. We practice it every day. We do the same thing all the time. So it's just second nature for us. It's just we don't think much. We can just go. But those guys have no idea. Like we'll make calls that they've probably never heard before, and they're just kind of like whatever. So we kind of have to help them out. But I mean, I love it because I mean it's fun for them because they get to come to the other side and kind of experience what we get to do. And anytime we can get a guy to score a touchdown from the defense is always big. Which I love when Christian did it. And we always brought Dexter and them over. So I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun just to kind of switch things up.
Do you feel like the team as a whole played angry or played with more of an edge than normal on Saturday for whatever reason?
I mean, I would say yes or no, but honestly, I just think we just prepared well. I mean, like I've said it a lot. I mean, just that preparation, and when you prepare and you're ready for a game on Saturday, it just makes things easier. And we wanted to dominate. I mean, that's what we kind of talked about, but I wouldn't say people were more angry or pissed off. I mean, I just think they just would have prepared and just made it easier. I mean, it was just kind of going out there and just doing your thing.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Sir.